It was standing room only today at the state capitol inside the first committee meeting over property tax reform.
Right now, the Texas Senate Property Tax Committee is debating a bill that would put a cap on how much a county's tax revenue could grow each year at 2.5%. Anything beyond that would trigger an automatic election to let voters weigh in. KXAN's Steffi Lee shows us why much of the debate centered on public safety.
I'm not opposed to any kind of legislation that comes out that puts a property owner into a little bit better position.
But Fire Chief Donnie Norman does worry limiting local property tax growth could put communities at risk.
I won't even keep up with inflation. You know, every year the cost of fire trucks, fire stations continue to rise, and this 2.5% cap would have a tremendous impact negatively on our ability to serve the citizens.
Former Austin City Council member Ellen Troxclair says local governments can still achieve property tax reform.
Just to put it in perspective, when we're all talking about our personal budgets, we would cut back on our Starbucks habit
while protecting public safety needs.
There is plenty of other waste in our city budget that needs to be discarded first.
She says cities can also pull from other sources of revenue.
This 2.5% number that we're talking about, that doesn't include new revenue sources from new sales tax, new development, etc. So that money is just in addition to a potential increase of 2.5%.
She also recommended lawmakers put language in the bill exempting public safety contracts from the effects of this bill. Steffi Lee, KXAN News.
The Senate Property Tax Committee will have to vote on this bill after the public hearing is completed. It's expected to move forward.
But it's important to know that this bill will not lower your property taxes. The state, in fact, does not even have a property tax.
That is up to the local taxing jurisdiction like Austin or Travis County. KXAN's political reporter Phil Prazen just returned from speaking with Governor Greg Abbott.
Well, Robert and Sydney, property tax reform is one of Governor Abbott's emergency items for this legislative session. While this property tax cap won't lower your taxes next year, Abbott says over time it will save you big money.
The property tax reform has not passed. People's property taxes will continue to rise by 10% or more, which is what they have been doing in a lot of places. Here they would be capped at no more than 2.5% increase, and so you can easily do the math differential. But also, I saw a report that showed that just the Robin Hood component in Austin, Texas, would be reduced by $500 million over the first 5 years. So that we're talking real money differential.
We'll explore that link between your property taxes and school funding coming up on KXAN News at 6.